how to buy your first rental property. Here is a step-by-step on what it takes to buy a rental property so you can start making money. And if you have any questions related to a rental property, make sure that you contact a professional real estate agent just like myself. Step number 1, you have to be able to build a credit score. Before you are out there trying to get yourself the right property, you need to make sure you build yourself a credit score to be able to afford the next level mortgage. How much mortgage? Well, it really depends on where and which part of the world you're at. But I can tell you, in Canada, you need to have at least a credit score of 740 points to be able to qualify for the more money. For more money buys you a duplex, a triplex, which you can either rent it completely all out, or you can live in one of the apartments and rent the other 2 apartments. The next step that you should consider as you're getting ready to buy a rental property is speak to a mortgage broker. This is one thing that people have to remember. Mortgage is everything. You want to be either with an A lender or a B lender. Whichever lender you go to doesn't really matter, but it needs to be done through the mortgage brokerage. To be able to get finances, if you can afford it to buy it cash, good for you, but most people cannot afford it and they will need to take a mortgage. You want to be able to go to a brokerage and you want to be able to negotiate the rate, the interest rate you're going to pay. As of this video being done in July 2020, the rates are probably one of the lowest rates both in Canada and the States, so you can get yourself more money for the same mortgage amount that you could about 4 to 5 months ago. Now, let's talk about the property itself. As a rental property, I always recommend try to find it in a good location. What does good location mean? Go for locations where there are lots of students, as an example. There's around universities or colleges, or a vacation home. For 2 reasons only. Because you know the turnover is going to be very low, and at the same time, if you are, let's say, here is a great example. If you're buying a rental property at Waterloo, when there's a few universities around there, and there's always students who are willing and who want to rent your apartment, that's guaranteed money. You will always have a student looking to rent your apartment. So this is where you want to be able to be at. On the other end of it is there's Florida. I know that Airbnb has been a little bit quiet now because of the COVID-19, but in general, if you were to have a duplex or a triplex at Florida, you will be able to make money. It's almost guaranteed, because if you're at South Beach, you're in Miami, you're in the places where there's always tourists, that's what you really are after. This is how you make money. And don't buy it someplace where nobody will rent it out. So when you're driving around, notice the duplexes and triplexes and notice where they are and watch their vacancy rate. If they're always available, that tells you something. It tells you that maybe this location is not the right location for you. That just to kind of just add it up to this next point, location. I know I mentioned before driving around to see the location, but also another point to really mention is when you're buying a rental property, you want to make sure that it surrounds, there's restaurants nearby, there are schools nearby, there are coffee shops, there's library, there are parks, maybe even the subway. This is the kind of things that you need in order for you to be attractive to the consumer who is going to be renting your apartment. And I know it seems to be like, yes, there are restaurants around the area, but you really want to make sure that when you're renting it out, whoever is going to be paying you top dollars for your rental apartment, they want to be able to enjoy restaurants. So one restaurant nearby is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being near many restaurants, because that's how you will get the best quality tenant you can possibly get. Now that you find the perfect place, the last step is to get home inspection. Once the home inspection is done, then you go in and you make an offer. Yeah, that's it. This is how you do it. This is how you get a rental property, and this is how you make money because in reality, this is what it takes. I know it seems to be easy, but always feel free to comment below, to smash the like button, give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the channel. Have an amazing day.